Welcome to the Rypple Effect podcast. Kim Teagan, welcome. I don't even know what to call your title. I was just going to say the great and powerful Kim. Or Kimberly. I don't know. What did you want me to call you? I should have addressed that before we started, but that's okay.
That's okay. You know, my dad always used to say, just don't call me late for dinner.
Call me. Okay.
Kimberly Teagan is, yes. So you can call me Kim, KT, Teagan.
And what do you want to say to the world about what you're doing right now? What is your title?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, right now I have my hands in a lot of different pots, to be quite honest.
Yeah. Do you want to use the author title for this conversation?
Yes.
Yes.
And that would be Kimberly Teagan.
Kimberly Teagan.
Kimberly Teagan.
Great and powerful.
Thank you.
Author.
Yes. Super excited. That's one of the projects.
New book.
New book coming out. And it's really, I don't know, there's just something so passionate about it. I can't stop.
Yeah.
I can't shut my brain off about it.
You can't. It just keeps coming.
Yeah, it just keeps coming. And it's really a beautiful combination of, I really want to focus in on our kiddos.
Yeah.
You know, I would say anywhere.
Listen, let's talk about why you wrote the book, and then we're going to go into your origin story and mine, because I think people are going to really want to know what's the book about, right? What are you writing a book about?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we'll do the book first?
Yeah, let's do the book first.
So the book is based on my 13-year-old Havapoo. He's a Havanese poodle mix.
Okay.
And he came to me after my father passed away.
Okay.
So I got him. It was really divinely guided, to be quite honest. It was pretty down and out. It was almost a year after he had passed, a little over a year after he had passed. And, you know, I was living alone. I was a single mom at the time and still raising a kiddo in high school.
Okay.
And, you know, my mom was like, it's Father's Day weekend. I know she's going to need a little, you know, a little help this weekend. So, you know, what do women mostly do when they, you know, not feeling so good? They go shopping. Yeah. So the amount of bags just didn't.
No,
nothing could fill that void. So.
How many bags did you have?
Like one. Like, you know, my mom and I used to be able to go 0 to 60 in 3.2 back in the day. You know, walk out of there $500 later and be like, whoa, that was 20 minutes flat. How do we do that?
Yeah,
you know?
Right.
But there was just nothing that was filling that void, Noah.
Yeah.
And so anyway, we got in my cute little convertible bug at the time. And I said, yeah, Mom, I just don't know. Let's just head home. Let's go to lunch. I think maybe we already had lunch. But anyway, we're driving, and all of a sudden, I just heard this voice. This voice said, you know what you need? You need a dog. Mm-hmm. And so at that point, I'm like, Mom, I know exactly what I need, because my son was graduating from high school, moving out, and going in, you know, on his next path. Yeah. And
leaving
I was
the
a single
house.
mom. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So now you got a void in the house too.
Absolutely. And then of course my dad. So we went to a pet store. And walked in, and there was this cute little litter, and they were called Havapoos. And I got a little information on it, and they said, you want to meet the dogs? And I'm like, yes, please.
Shit.
So I walked in, and all these little puppies are, you know, just going everywhere. But anyway, Marley just came and just landed in my lap. And,
what?
Yeah.
That's how it works,
I was
right?
playing with a couple other little dogs, and here comes this cute little, they call him an apricot color, apricot cream. Yeah. And here he comes and just kind of looks at me, lands in my lap, wouldn't move. And so, like, I truly believe, of course, being the spiritual being that I, you know, am inside, that my father, there's there was a fractal of him, of his soul that came down. And because I do believe animals, God, especially dogs, you know, are our loved ones at times.
For sure.
Angelic energy, right?
Yeah.
And so he showed up. So he just turned 13, but recently he had to have his left eye removed.
Oh, man.
So I was a little bit more worried about the anesthesia at his age, because I, you know, truly believe in the veterinarian. So the night before surgery, the night before surgery, so I had surgery on a Friday, and Thursday night, it was like download. It was like the gates opened. Yeah. Because I've been wanting to do children books, but I thought I was going to do a little bit younger and just kind of sprinkle it a little bit with spirituality, you know. Don't want to give anybody too Tylenol the fire hose. Like, just want to be able to just...
Don't throw all the woo on the pages.
Exactly. So at that point... that night it just started coming, and I just started journaling, and just everything. It was like a port, like some kind of a portal, I don't know, to creativity or something opened up for me. And the next day when I dropped him off at the veterinarian, I went home, because it's going to be, you know, a couple hours for surgery. Yeah. And I literally set intention and called my angelic team in, and I cried, I laughed, I could taste my own salt tears. Like, there was laughter, there was, you know, because it was all just flowing, and it hasn't stopped since. So
Yeah.
I really want, the book is really about being brave and having courage, because even though Marley's one eye shut, there was a new energy that opened up. He's looking at the world in a whole new way.
Absolutely.
So it's based on truly his story, how he came into my life, how he's touched people. Marley's very much a chameleon. I almost thought about bringing him into the studio today.
Oh, should have.
Yeah. And he's very emotional sport dog. So he just knows. Sometimes he's zooming around and having a good old time throwing toys up in the air. And then other times he's sitting on, someone's lap because he knows what they need.
Sure.
So I thought, this is based on a real dog, real experience. And so the story goes a little bit like this. Mom finds out that we have to take that eye out. It's sick eye, and he's got to have the courage to go in. He knows it's safe. He knows his mom's there. There's some beautiful intentions set for the vet and all that in him as well. And he comes home and he's convalescing at home on mom's bed, and he kind of falls into a sleepy dream state, and he's not sure if he's dreaming or what he's doing, but the bed starts to hum and the room starts to spin a little bit, and he falls into this beautiful golden portal. And at the edge of that portal is the beautiful tree of life that grows. And I don't want to tell you all of, you don't want to give it away. I don't want to give it away, but for me, I can see, children, if they have to get their tonsils taken out, or they just, had, God forbid, but they broke a leg or, something, and
or whatever,
to go to the dentist and have, this is an, because he does get a golden patch.
Yeah.
And that patch allows him to kind of see the world in a whole different way, through the heart. Yeah. Not necessarily the eyes. So
have you got the print? Have you got the printed page yet? Have you got it to paper in the format you want?
So it's in format. We actually meet with the digital artist / I don't know if I want to call him an editor or not, but he's the person who's going to assist me to put it all together, and then we're going to go for it, because I also want to do it in Audible.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to be able to read it to the kids.
Yes.
So it's about 3,300 pages. So, I feel like it's a little bit of I know Harry Potter's a little bit more older, but like a little Harry Potter. It's got like a little Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe kind of vibe. And every night there's some kind of new portal that my guides are taking me to. The other night he discovered a dragon.
Yeah.
So, Marley gets to go anywhere.
That's awesome.
The tree of life kind of, again, I don't want to say too much. But I have just never felt so passionate about something.
This is so cool.
And quickly, I will tell you that before my father passed, my dad was a very, very spiritual man. He was actually the one that fertilized, my seed when, once I found out, that, and we'll get into that too, because of course I want to hear all about your and how you.
Yes.
So I'll save that for a minute, but.
What do you mean fertilized your seed?
Just my curiosity,
okay.
With intuition and healing hands, and kind of goes back into my family. So to break off a little bit off subject, but yet really deep into the subject, my mother was from Scotland.
Okay.
And my father's side was from England. So on my mother's side, her second cousin back in the late 60s was actually performing incredible, what we call today Reiki.
You sound so good, by the way.
Thank you.
This sounds so good.
Thank you.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Thank you. It's just so crisp. I wish I could hear the world like this all the time.
I know.
Well,
Reiki. Okay, sorry for interrupting.
No.
She's doing Reiki.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he was doing Reiki, and the power of the Egyptian, the gods and the goddesses, and all that stuff. And Dad took a really big dive. So did my mom. But when I was 19, I was really starting to get curious. But anyway, so Dad's side.
It's interesting. So you were late teens. So me too.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a parallel there.
Yeah, absolutely. And so Dad was my father's side of the family. His mother could see energy, spirits, things.
Third eye. Third eye activation.
Yeah. And and then my mom's side. So Dad's side, mom's side came from healers, hands.
Okay.
And then Dad's side came from more of the, I don't know if I want to call it the witchy poo stuff or the woo woo stuff, but the herbs and the
witchy poo.
Yeah, witchy poo.
I don't know. Is that a technical term?
I'm not really
witchy
sure.
Poo.
Yeah, because it's people get into that.
How about? I think I've had a term thrown around called voo woo.
Voo woo. Okay.
You like that one?
That one's a good one too. they're all special, right? Like if you have to set the right intention, you can't really go wrong. It's really all about what you put into it. So so it was my dad that sprinkled all that, and so it's pretty cool to look back and see. So he was always the one that would encourage me.
Okay.
To really blossom. What about you? Like,
okay, all
I would love to hear a little bit about you.
So I started. This was like I've always known that there's been a little something different, right? I'm in church, I'm saying the Lord's Prayer, and you get this tingle of energy that goes up your back. Mm-hmm. Okay, that doesn't happen to everybody. And I ask people, I'm like, do you get this? Does this happen to you? No, you don't know that stuff happens, right? So I'm like, okay, well, good for Noah, right?
Right.
Yay. Right. I get this special little thing that happens in church. And then at some point, I'm in college and I take this psychology class and I have done no meditating. I'm really at this point, I was like a sports guy in high school, not valedictorian, prom king.
Awesome.
Like that whole thing. Yeah. All that stuff. Football, swimming, theater.
The great and wonderful Noah.
Thank you.
See?
Thank you, Kimberly. And then, I don't know, at 18, I sat down and meditate, and it felt like 5 minutes went by, but the right side of my face had sunburn on it because I was in Wisconsin. It was in the spring, and I remember sitting north, sun was coming up on my face, and it burned me. So I was sitting there for 45 minutes, but I didn't realize, and I was like, oh, okay. I do that. I know how to do this.
Yeah.
I know how to meditate. For whatever reason, I know how to do this now. I'm 18, 19, whatever it is.
It's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Especially at that age,
Yeah.
So we don't really know kind of what's going on.
So then I grasp onto that, and then just kind of slowly things start to unfold, and then I go through a super bad heartbreak in like 2003. Then I get pulled into the portal through pain. So pain brought me through. And then I was like, that at that point, things were different. Everything looks slightly different. Your lens changes.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
I mean, the third eye this has been 25 years, and the third eye is still working on itself, a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
I can feel it. I can feel it right now.
That's fantastic. I would love to share with you when the gift actually kind of God smacked me.
Yeah. Oh, please.
Because my dad was the one that wanted me to continue he was the one that would water me, fertilize me and be like, you've got something
And maybe just for everybody that might listen to this, tell them what your gift is, because mine are changing all the time, and I'm sure yours are too.
Yeah.
But primarily, what is your thing?
So the one that I love the most is mediumship.
Yes.
That's the one that my grandmother,
when
my nanny passed. So we were originally from upstate New York.
Okay.
And, so mom and dad met in upstate New York. Mom came over from Scotland, then went to Canada to New York. Mom and dad met. And so then he got transferred. He was with IBM. He got transferred when we moved to Colorado.
Oh.
And
You're out here?
Yeah.
Boulder?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so my mom,
or whatever they call it.
Yes, Niwot.
Niwot.
Yeah. So, that's where we lived, but Dad's IBM was right there in Gun Barrel. So so my mom was an only child, so we were really, really close to her. I called it my nanny and my papi.
Okay.
And they would come every weekend and spend time.
This is your
my
dad's
brother.
side.
It's my mom's side.
Your mom's side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so we moved out. There was a lot of separation anxiety. We didn't know what it was called back then.
Sure.
By all means. But my mom was struggling. My nanny, my pop, all of us were. And when we got settled, Mom and Dad brought them out to Colorado. Mm-hmm. And while they were here, we were at school, and my mom and dad wanted to take them up to Estes Park.
Okay.
And unfortunately, my nanny ended up having a heart attack.
Oh, God. In Estes Park?
When they got back.
On the way down?
Yeah. So when we got home, she was really struggling. And, Mile High, right?
Oh,
a little bit closer.
All that air. Yeah,
and
no
all that
oxygen.
air, yeah.
So, your heart beats faster.
Yeah. So I was walking home from school, and I saw an ambulance, and I wonder what's going on there. It was pretty tough. It was my first ever experiencing death.
Oh, man. How old were you?
13.
Fuck.
We had just moved
right when I turned 13. So all this changed, and then you lost your grandma.
And so then I lost my grandma. So probably going to swear a little bit, but I was pretty pissed. I was like, because I was at the time going to church. I was Bible study. I was singing in the choir. We were very, very active in the Christian community. My mother and I were, not necessarily, my dad. And so, when she passed, I was like, how could you do this?
Yeah.
You know,
Blame.
Anger.
Mm-hmm.
You know, went through that. And of course, being 13, you don't really know, like, what the heck.
Of course you don't.
So it was really tough on me.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know, it was about 6 months after my nanny passed. I was like, I'm not going to church anymore. And frankly, I don't even know if I believe in you anymore, you know, kind of looking up there, kind of going, you know, whatever. Just having a little attitude. And I think everybody goes through a little bit of that. Of course they do. With every passing. Of course.
Right? I thought we were doing the right thing here. Why am I getting fucked over?
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. So I was, my bedroom happened to be on the east side of the house. So the sun would come up, shine in, which was, you know, when I was 13, not so great because I didn't want to get up and go to school. But it was really good to kind of shine that light down on my lights. Get up, you got to go to school. Yeah. So I was laying there one night, and this light, like this really, really bright light, kind of came in, and I thought that it was the sun coming up. I was like, God, I feel like I just fell asleep. Like I'm not. Yeah.
It's the portal light.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So it felt at first like it was the sun coming up and shining down, but then it got super close to my face, and I literally, with my eyes closed, no, I'm not kidding you, my eyes were squinting. It was so bright. And so then I kind of opened up my eyes in a quick shift, and it settled down at the edge of my bed. And then there before me, and I may get a little emotional here, but there before me stood my nanny.
Oh, she came.
She first came as an orb, and then kind of like at that point I was like, "What is going on?"
Yeah.
And we didn't speak long, but we spoke enough.
Was she the bridge, or was she just celebrating for you?
She's the bridge.
She was the bridge.
Yeah. So she had said to me, "Please don't be upset with God. God didn't do this. This was part of a contract." And first of all, I'm just happy to see her. Like I really am like, what do you mean?
You're 13?
Yeah, I'm 13.
Okay.
And she said, please don't be mad at God. One day you'll understand, but I'm not really gone. I'm still here. Mm-hmm. You just can't see me with your eyes. And I was like, okay, well, I'm seeing you now, and that's all that matters, right? Like, I'm just, oh my gosh. And she said, you know what? God and I would like to give you a gift. We would like you to help other people when they go through a similar transition. When someone loses a loved one, you're going to talk to them. Mm-hmm. And at the time, I just, as soon as, that way she said she loved me, I loved her. And then it, the orb shrunk down and it was gone. It was gone. So, of course, I read a book, tell my mom all about it. And ever since then.
And by the way, when this happens to people, then you go through a whole process of seeking for who knows how long, right? To either get back to that spot. Yep. How did it get there? What am I learning? Right? Absolutely. This puts you into this whole mode.
100%.
Yeah.
Like but at 13, I didn't know all I know is that, I saw my nanny.
Now you're looking.
And now I'm like, I don't really know what all that meant, but I remember her words very, very specifically. And it wasn't until 19.
Okay.
When I was off to college.
6 years later.
Yeah. My dad gave me, I could kind of feel like when my boyfriend's going to break up with me or my brother was going to get in trouble.
Some intuition started to slip in.
Yeah. And I could tell who's going to be on the phone when they called. But, I didn't really know how to talk about it. This was, early 80s.
There's nobody to talk to about it.
Especially at that time frame.
What are you going to do? Because they're going to put you in a loony bin.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Oh, 80s, you can hear people? No.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kimmy.
Mom, that's Kevin on the phone. You probably need to, whatever the situation was.
Yeah.
But it was right before I was getting ready to go to college, and that's when my dad fertilized me, and he gave me a book, and I don't think it's in print anymore, so I have 4 copies of it. But it's called Instant ESP, and I don't remember who the author is, but it's a small little paperback book.
Okay.
And he said to me when I was off to college, he goes, "Super important that you read this because this is who you are."
Instant
ESP.
Okay. We're going to see what this book is.
Yeah. And it's that David S. Clare.
Which one?
The
this
middle
guy?
one. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, it's on eBay. All right. Well, we'll throw it up on the screen so people can see it.
Yeah. And so, again, I'm off to college, and my dad wants me to read this serious book. I want to go meet people and,
do things.
Do what college students do, right? I didn't want to read a book.
Read? You want me to read things?
Exactly.
Stop.
So that's really where it started. And then he would call me up and say, "Kim, you got it. Have you ever read the Celestine Prophecy?"
No.
Okay, so he would read all these spiritual books, my father would.
Yeah.
And he would call me up and say, you have got to read this book. It is over the top. The Secrets of Atlantis, all kinds of higher beings and, vibrations and frequencies.
Yeah.
And I just
How old
didn't
were
catch
you?
up. At this point, I was
19,
19.
Okay.
Yeah, 1920.
Okay.
And so ever since then, I look for the crumbs and I follow them.
Yeah.
But what I really love to do is connect people with their loved ones. And I know it took the long way around that answer, but I think it was super important for, people listening and
listen to the
you
timing.
and I to understand too.
This, you know this as well as anybody. Timing is never what you want.
Yeah.
Right. It's always what the plan is. Mm-hmm. And when we talk about this stuff and people are like, what plan are you talking about? The plan is something we do before we come here. Mm-hmm. Right. We plan our existence, our life, our routine, whatever the thing is going to be, the milestones that we hit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And the film strip that shows up for our timeline, right? That I can look at for myself.
Yeah.
I can go forwards, I can go backwards. Not always super clear, but sometimes I'll get tiles and I know when they are, right?
How do you receive your gifts? Like when do you get well, I know you said you get the chills. Like I like to call those confirmation bumps.
Yeah.
But do you?
It's intuition. A lot of it's intuition. A lot of it is verbal. I get a lot of verbal.
Okay.
Audible, verbal.
Okay.
Words.
So you hear.
Words. A lot of times it comes in riddles, threes. I get three words, and then they're like, solve that shit, Noah. And I'm like, okay, I'll figure this out.
And isn't it crazy when you're kind of trying to read somebody else or something comes up and you're like, I don't know how to explain this, Like I tell my clients when I do readings for them, I said, when we sit down and we're ready to connect, someone with a loved one, I tell people this is difficult because it's like putting a 3,000-piece jigsaw puzzle together because I'll get little tiny snippets of things. And
you
then
get pieces that don't make sense.
Yeah. And then I have to try to piece them together, right? Like, I don't know what this means. So I kept hearing my guides tell me, Kim, just share the picture because the picture is worth 1,000 words.
Yeah.
So don't try to worry about just because you see a train track and a wheat penny on the, and two people walking along the.
Just share the picture.
Just share the picture. And then they go, we lived right next to a railroad and we would find pennies and put them in a, so, and I just got confirmation bumps. Like, let's talk about them. Yeah. So I learned that, don't force it, right? Just
don't force it.
Share what you see. And people are like, well, how do you receive your gifts? And I'm like, it's claircognizance. And it's like, I don't know how I know that I know, but I know that I know somehow. I don't know.
Some imagery.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
They get word lyrics.
Yep.
Right? Okay.
Yep.
So I get imagery as well. I can see the imagery on what I call the grid.
Yep.
Or the field, whatever.
That's awesome. Now, do you ever do intuitive readings for other people, or just when it comes up, you share?
No, I've never been tooled for this type of service and healing. It's always been behind the scenes.
Okay.
For right now.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to change. Probably.
I think so too. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Stepping into we got some. The world is just beautifully, on one hand, really beautifully evolving spiritually. Like it's pretty hip, pretty cool to kind of do this now.
Yeah.
Whereas when you and I were younger and
it was pretty quiet.
It was, oh my gosh, you got to go underground to talk to someone. I mean, there's no mentor for this back in the time when
no guides.
No.
No human guides.
Yes. Nobody to talk to. And like you said, they'd put us in a straitjacket. And
they would.
They were crazy.
Oh, you're seeing things? Yeah. You got to go.
Yeah. Exactly.
I watched a homeless guy out here talk to one of his spirit guides. I knew who he was talking to. But nobody else can see him.
Yeah.
But he could. He can definitely interact with that entity. And I know that entity existed for him. And he was absolutely communicating in a two-way manner. And they're like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm trying to get out of the rain. Or whatever.
Right.
Whatever it was. And I'm like, oh man, just leave him alone. Just let him be.
Just let him be.
Just let him be, guys.
Well, I have to tell you the super fun thing too. That did you ever grow up with tarot? Did you ever? Some people call it tarot. Tarot.
Oh, tarot. No, I didn't grow up with tarots.
Tarot cards. Cards.
Tarot. I do. I didn't grow up with tarot at all, but I do have people in my family that do tarot.
Yeah.
That are like I interviewed Jeff on Rypple Effect. And Jeff Pollery he does tarot. So
that's another fun one because it's really about storytelling.
Yeah.
So that would be the other
pictures.
thing you do. And pictures. Yeah. Yes.
So the tarot is one of your other basic. Okay.
Yes. So those are my two favorite things to do.
Yeah.
Really anything spiritual, any way that I can help you tap into your higher self, your
Yeah.
authenticity
Yeah.
is game on.
Yeah.
Let's figure out.
Right now, I'm being tooled, or I'm being used as a conduit for helping people with their inner voice. Okay, so right now that's what I'm working on. I'm getting these, I will call them assignments, right? Where you'll run across somebody in their life, whatever it is, whatever their situation is, and they're just berating themselves. I'm not good enough. But I'm like, holy cow. First of all, where did all that come from? Where did you learn how to do that? Stop doing that to yourself. Right. There's so many people that do this every day. Constant berating of themselves.
It's brutal. Yeah.
It's brutal.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do you get? What do you get from that?
Yeah. A bunch of anxiety.
What positivity comes from any of that?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So they have also got me really watching my words. Right? Be choice with your words. Careful how you say, what you say, who do you say it to. Right?
So true, right?
Yes.
The intention. I try to tell people all the time. And, sometimes I, tease myself all the time. Like, I'll forget, like, I'll go upstairs and go, oh, shoot, what was I up here to get? And then I'll be like, oh, gosh, you ding dong. And then the next, now in my brain, in my heart, I'm totally picking on myself in a playful way. But energy doesn't know the difference.
It doesn't know.
It doesn't know.
It thinks you're attacking it.
It does. So that's when I'm like, all right, Kim, Control Alt Delete, take yourself back down to original settings.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Control Delete.
Yeah, just get out of that head.
Stop that program.
Exactly. And I am not techie at all. I think that's the only words I probably know in the tech world is Control Alt Delete.
In all honesty, Kimberly had trouble putting her phone in Do Not Disturb today.
Thanks a lot.
No judgment, no criticism, just fact.
Yeah. And it's normally not a thing, but I was so excited to be here with you today and super spazzy. And of course, I called in all my spirit team and my ancestors. So they're like, we don't need to worry about your phone right now. We just needed it's like, and I'm like, okay, now I'm like buzzing. I'm on this natural spiritual high and you want me to figure out how to shut off my phone? Are you kidding me right now? So at that point, I just surrendered and said, okay, I'm not even going to fight.
We got it.
It
was a team effort. We made it happen.
Yes. Right. Yes. So will you tell me about your bowls?
Yeah. Yes, I will. So these crystal bowls, they, first of all, took some, sound healing courses down in Sarasota, Florida. And these bowls are one of the prominent modalities for healing. And they just produce just beautiful sound, right? And you've heard these, but we'll play them for everybody. So I'm going to get this mic right next to the bowl. And this is my heart bowl, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Maybe. We'll see. A little scratchy.
It's just so beautiful.
So these would be like in a healing session, what we call sound baths. People will be maybe sitting, relaxing, whatever. And some bowls will be played in the background, maybe the gong, some Koshi chimes. You want to cover that?
I would
during our show and tell session?
Yes, absolutely. This, earlier when you started to play that heart, I just instantly want to go into this guided meditation of, close your eyes, focus in on your heart, feel this frequency coming through that heart space, right? And you can go from super anxious to super calm just with a couple of deep breaths and listening.
Listen, everything is frequency.
That, right?
You know this. Even your breath has got a frequency.
Yes.
A cadence, a pace.
Yeah.
Everything is frequency.
That's amazing. So here's just a beautiful, I like to do this. These are called koshi. Sometimes I call them the kochi. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Tomato. The koshi chimes. And I like to start out a reading.
That's beautiful too.
And
yeah, that's nice.
For me, it's very light and feathery. And it keeps everything, because sometimes people will come in, I'm sure that you experience this with your sound baths, but people will come in and not really know what to expect.
Yeah.
Especially if they're coming for the first time.
Well, first of all, when you say sound bath, a couple things pop into their head. What bathtub are they getting in?
Yeah. Do I have to be naked under the full moon?
Yeah. What bath am I getting
Exactly.
in? So you have to explain it all the time. But that's why you start using like sound healing journeys and sound healing sessions and sound baths. People are like, I don't want to get into a bath.
Yeah.
But you don't have to.
Exactly.
That's not the point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, sound baths.
So, yeah, I mean, they just don't know. I mean, that's the first thing,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And I do have to flip my words when I say it because I always call them sound baths. And people are like, oh, so where, you know, exactly what you just said.
What bath am I getting into?
Where are we going? And do I need a bathing suit?
Yeah.
You know? So, but they don't know what to expect.
Do you usually follow it up with, listen, you don't have to get naked and get in my bathtub. That's not what we're doing.
I say, don't worry, we're not getting under the, you know, the full moon, and you don't have to, yeah. We're not skyclad or anything here. We're just, it's actually, if you guys have never, I would encourage you to check out a sound healing with Noah, and it's, I don't even know if I have words for it. It's like feeling, you know when you go to the ocean, you feel that ebb and flow, you know? It's like, imagine just laying on this beautiful, like, yoga, you know, a beautiful chair, or even if you're just laying on the yoga mat outdoors in the summertime. It's like you get this, you know, of this frequency of this, and you're just being literally bathed in sound. And so, but the same thing with, you know, mediumship or a tarot reading. People are like, oh my God, I've never done this before. Like, are you going to tell me something really bad? And I'm like, no, I don't choose to focus on that. I mean, no, don't get me wrong. If there is a warning, straight up warning,
you're gonna pass through conduit, whatever.
Absolutely. Yeah. But, you know, that's the last thing I want to do is sit here and tell you, you know.
You've got 2 months left. You're not telling anybody that.
No, heck no.
No.
And why would anybody, you know, there's been some crazy, because I used to work for California Psychics for many years.
Oh, yeah, that's right. 16 years, right?
In the business for 17, 18 with a couple other companies, but yes, with California Psychics, it was my long term.
Yeah.
And, you know, there were some people that would call and go, well, I kind of want to know if so-and-so, you know, is going to pass. And I'm like,
yeah.
You
can't dive into that.
I don't tap into that kind of stuff. But
People
I bet you AI would.
Listen, I know, right? People just don't need to know when their time is up. That's the whole point. You're not supposed to know these things. That's why we come here and we forget.
Yeah.
We're not supposed to remember that we're these energetic beings. We're supposed to be living this life here, sort of quietly, not understanding why we're here, I think. And then sometimes we wake up and then we completely understand and nobody else does.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that's the way I feel right now. I'm like, I know exactly who I am. I know thyself, right?
I love that.
And then you're like, okay, but now what? What do you do with it then?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and then obviously you get callings like
the Rypple Effect.
The Rypple Effect. Like,
first
of all, you came top of my, like, I called Kim because she came to the top of my mind probably 5 times in 5 days. And I'm like, okay, I will call her.
Yeah.
And I did.
It was so magical.
In Costco. I called you while I was in Costco because that's how it happens, right? Call her. I'm like, I'm in Costco. Can I get the milk first?
Yeah, yeah. And your message was super cute too. It's like, you know, hey Kim, it's Noah. Like, I don't really know the purpose, but I'm supposed to be calling. Like, call me and give me. You know, it was
if
just,
you feel the need to call me back.
Yes, that's what it was. If you feel the need and you just wanted to say hi, you know, hey, I just want to say hi. And then when we finally did connect, we were like 2 little hummingbirds on the feeder.
The energy
could
was
not
so high.
Stop.
It was ridiculous.
We could not stop.
Nope. We got to probably charge batteries just holding on to them. You know,
Exactly.
You know, like double A, just.
Yes, yes. That's so fun. It was so fun. And all weekend, I was just, oh my gosh.
What am I going to talk about? What am I going to do?
And it was more so like the people that I did share that I was doing this today with. They're like, oh, well, what are you going to talk about? I'm like, honestly, whatever we are supposed to talk about.
That's how it goes.
It's just easier that way, you know? Like
unscripted, a couple bullet points to get us started. How easy has this been so far? We've been talking for 35 minutes almost.
Wow. This is so fun. Like, this is a really cool job.
This is not bad.
This is amazing to sit and meet people and interview them and learn, whether it's, you know, obviously with the Rypple Effect, you know, of course I close my eyes and I see a big old flat, you know, skipping stone and skipping it into the pond and it's rippling out, right? Which is beautiful. I mean, just a great way to share people's gifts.
Yeah.
And let the world know what's happening. Because so many people are tapping in spiritually right now.
Finally. I feel like, don't you feel like it's finally happening?
Oh my gosh.
Like, why is this taking so goddamn long?
Yeah, I do agree.
Right?
Yeah. I feel though like the internet or the social media, it's it's almost kind of like hip to be woo woo, you know?
Okay. They made it hip to be woo.
Yeah. So, you know, which is, you know, on one hand, which is great, but like people also, I don't know, when you think about spirituality, you think about like doing a full moon ritual. People are like, oh, ritual. Oh, wait, what? You know, right. There really is a proper way. You get to decide however you want to do your own ritual, but you want to make sure you know your foundation. Well,
and the thing is, I don't think people really understand this, and I think you probably really do, is that ourselves, we're very like pomp and circumstance. Mm-hmm. We like this celebration process or these rituals. Mm-hmm. We're very, you know, whatever that is, whatever. What do you call that? I mean, not rituals. You would call it like a ceremony.
Yeah, yes. Ceremony. You know,
we're very ceremonious
intention
beings.
100%. You know, we got spring equinox coming up. You know, like that's why I kind of. And look, we're Easter kind of colors.
Very Easter colors.
Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful time for things to come back to life.
Right.
Right. So, if you dive deep spiritually and you really see, it's really all about Mother Earth.
Well, and there's all these parallels. There's all these patterns.
Yes.
Right, that people can't see, or some people can. Mm-hmm. You know that parallel your life, the Earth, your cycles, your ups and downs, your energy flow. Mm-hmm. A lot of it patterns the seasons, where we live, all that.
Well, and do you notice too, Noah, like when you're going through something in your life, do you see how the person that either you'll run into or you'll meet or you'll talk to, you haven't talked to in a while, and it truly is a mirror of maybe what's going on in your life?
You're like, hi, and you're like, what's going on? This is and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Because I'm doing the same thing as happening with me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then you're like, oh, God.
Yeah.
So, and then whatever, the frequency obviously makes sense. You were supposed to meet that person at that time and chat about these things, so you know that you're not alone or whatever. Right. It gives you the support you need to move 100%. Forward. 100%. Right.
I call that divine timing, right?
Yeah.
We call that divine timing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm all about numbers and, you know, looking for. So going back really quick to Marley's book. Mm-hmm. So the second book that I'm almost done with, it's, you know.
That's right. You're doing, this is a multi-book series you're doing.
This is
it three?
Going to keep, I've already got like 9.
9?
Happening.
Oh my God.
So my brain comes in and it just dumps. And then I have to go, okay, like the other night I was telling you, like Marley is actually in one of the books. I haven't named it yet, but it's, you know, he's kind of like, oh, you know, I've lost this eye and I feel like me, but I'm not really sure if I'm me. And he kind of catches a glimpse of like a little dragonfly and he's kind of curious about this dragonfly. So he follows it down to a beautiful pond where it's, you know, just nice and glass. And the dragonfly kind of dips down in the water and he looks down and the reflection that comes back. The detail
of this story is well defined.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And so when he looks down, he doesn't see the Marley reflection. He sees this beautiful dragon within him.
The mirror.
The mirror of the dragon, of the protection of the Mother Earth. Like just really, so I'll get a little visual of that and then I'll be like, oh gosh, I gotta capture that. And then all of a sudden something else will come in. But it's really overwhelming, but my job, not in a good way though.
Yeah.
My job is to just, take the snippets, figure out how the storyline goes later.
It's funny how you classify it as a job.
It feels...
It's not a job.
No, I mean this. Like, I could talk on this all day.
This
like
isn't
every
a
day.
job. This isn't a job either. And what you're doing is not a job either. You're just getting information, capturing it, being creative, listening close, right?
Yes.
That's not a job. That's life. You're just living.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know. It'd be cool to come in here every day and, you know, talk about all these fantastic topics. And
this is so fun. Listen, we have a blast talking about spiritual things, which I'm retooling this podcast for, right? It's Rypple Effect. Mm-hmm. We talk about all the mod cloud stuff, all the AI robots and all that stuff. It's so much fun to talk about all those things and iterate and get these CEOs and founders and brilliant individuals and human beings that are awesome to talk about all these different things that life encompasses.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. From
spirituality to AI.
A to Z, baby.
That's it.
A to Z.
Right?
It's my man right there, Noah.
He knows jeez.
That's so awesome because you are... I don't know. You're assisting people and they're stepping into who they are supposed to be and who they really are, and you're here assisting that. Mm-hmm. It doesn't really matter what anybody really wants to talk about. You're just so you're a jam, you're a vibe, you're easy to talk to.
Yeah, I'm a container for people.
Yeah, so like it's yes, you hold that space.
I let people come through. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like if I'm asking a question, a lot of times it's going to be very open ended, or it's going to be like, tell me about that more.
Yeah.
You know, and then you're like, oh, and then the buzz comes through, right? That energy, whatever the memory comes out of, and then it flourishes on here, right? Mm-hmm. However memories work. Like I like to ask people, where do thoughts come from? What do you think?
Wow. So I don't know. I've got a couple things that are popping in right now, but like without processing that.
Yeah, it's a hard question.
Straight off the cusp.
Yeah.
Or the cuff.
The cuff.
I really do believe that there are higher beings, there's higher frequencies, and I do believe when people, I don't know, it just feels to me like there's someone, kind of sprinkling us. Like, think of all the inventors, the telephone, the electricity, like the pyramids, we go into all kinds of crazy stuff. I'm a conspiracy girl when it comes to alien, man.
You got a little tinfoil hat on?
I do. And
where is it?
Yeah. Can you? Honestly, I would really like that picture. A tinfoil hat. Next time, maybe.
Next time.
But I do. I think there's higher frequency beings, and there's good and bad and everything, right?
Oh, yeah.
So they don't all look green with big, bulky eyes. Some of them are just energy, orb, light, just light beatings, and
non-visual things at all.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Just whatever is feeding thoughts into our antenna.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, just to give you a little perspective, I think thoughts come from multiple locations. Mm-hmm. So different beings, or even our thinker itself, right? Problem solver. I think our brain can have its own thoughts. Not many. Not many like inspirational things, but like I need to do the dishes, or I need to solve a problem.
Yeah.
Right? The thinker can do that. And then you get all these other things, the ego, what's driving your life, right? All that other stuff. People are just, they don't realize their multiple consciousness is conscious eye, whatever, right?
Well, and like how many realities are we like really in? How many, how many different dimensions, right? Like, I agree. I call it the higher self, though. I when there's a thought, because there are bad thoughts sometimes. Like you said, we sometimes beat ourselves up. So,
but you can kind of tell where the voice is, right? Because the voice is different for this thought compared to that thought, compared to whatever, right? So the voice, almost the tonality of the thought, if you can even use that as a word.
Yes, 100%.
Right.
And I love that you brought that up, because when I'm sure when you meet other spiritual people and they're like, oh, like, well, what's your gifts, or what's your modalities, or whatever the case may be. Oh, okay, you're intuitive. Like, how do you receive your gifts? Okay, when we talk about the third eye, I remember for a really long time, I had to see it with my eyes closed. Yeah. Like, I had to see it here. Right. Like, I thought third eye energy was, if I can't reach out and touch it, like, I'm not seeing it properly.
Right, yeah.
It took me a really long time to realize that it's inside the mind seeing.
Yeah.
When it comes that way. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, there's definitely times when you catch a little orb in real life, you're like, whoa, what was that?
Yeah.
A little Tinkerbell come, flying on by. But I think people think so many different ways about it. They see in many different ways. For me, I have to go into that third eye, really focus, and then I'll get like little snippets.
So you actually have to put your consciousness and focus in.
In the very beginning,
on your stuff, yeah.
Now it's just kind of like.
It's second nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it took me a while to learn that, because I would be like, okay, I'm closing my eyes and I'm doing this guided meditation, and why can't I see the tree in my eyes? Why can't I see the tree behind my, like, why is it not appearing right here? Because it requires work.
Do you know there are people that can't visualize anything? No. Their visual cortex does not allow them to visualize anything.
Really?
Yes. It's like 25% of the population. I can't even imagine how dull that would be.
Yeah.
Like there's so much perceived behind the eyes in the visual cortex for visual imagery or whatever. There's so much.
Because some people, there for a while, I had a problem visualizing. Like, I'm definitely not an artist. I mean, if you give me something to draw.
You went through the desert.
Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah. There was something I was just going to ask you that was pretty cool about, oh gosh darn it. Maybe that just means I need
Well, that's okay.
coffee.
You have a little coffee. I have a question for you, too.
Yeah.
So sometimes you can see a little bit in the future of your life. Most of the time. You probably can, right? But right now, I'm going through the desert. I can't see anything.
Right.
I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm taking literally one step at a time through the fog in life. And being told just to let go.
Yeah.
Let go. Don't hold on so tight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get a trust.
I'll try. So this is where I'm at, right? So, but most of the time, you can see a little bit ahead. A month, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 months, 10 years. Sometimes you get a couple of those.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So you kind of know, like, oh, here's my path. I can kind of see where I might be going on that path. Don't plan too much.
Right. Right. Right.
And I'm like, wait, isn't that the entire thing you guys taught us to? I mean, not they, but going through school, plan. I always plan. What's your next thing? What's your next class? What's your next thing? Plan. Our entire lives, they taught us how to plan.
Right.
And now they're like, don't plan.
No.
Just let go.
You need to have an open calendar, my friend.
Let go.
Yeah.
But you're like, wait.
When it's hard as an intuitive to, like people always say, Teagan or, KT, like when you're,
KT, is that your nickname?
Yeah. Kimberly Teagan. We'll just go down to KT.
Okay.
How do you read? Do you read for yourself? And I'm like, oh God, it took me years to figure out how to do that.
Yeah.
It's pretty much what you're saying right here.
Right.
Like, one thing that I don't ever want to do as an intuitive coach, a psychic, a medium, a tarot storyteller, whatever the case may be, it's not my job to tell anybody what to do.
Yeah.
If somebody were to call me and say, hey, Teagan, I want you to look at these business opportunities I've got. I've got this one over here, and which one should I accept? Don't believe it or not, people call for those things.
Of course they do.
Yeah, because what's interesting is that they want somebody to blame if it's not the right choice. Of course. Number one.
But they want somebody to tell them what to do.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And so, I'm a straight up shooter when it comes to that. As far as relationship goes, things like that. Like my job is not to tell you how to live your life. That's your job. Now, what I can do for you, Noah, is I can look at each one of these situations independently and read the energy, read the feels with, okay, this boss may be a little...
Probability.
Yes.
You're kind of looking at...
I'm looking at it and I'm saying,
different options.
Which one feels right to you? Because what I don't want is, hey, KT, I'm at the stop sign. Do I turn left or right? You go in reverse, turn around and go back home, and don't turn anywhere. Do not turn anywhere. Yeah. So it's really accountability too, right?
Oh yeah.
It's hard for. So anyway, going back to like you were saying that you're in the desert. So people would say to me, well, how do you read for yourself? And I said, I used to the psychic used to call the psychic.
Of course, absolutely.
Right? Like, I might call you one day and be like, Noah, like I need you to tap in. Is there anything that comes?
Yeah, what the fuck? Where am I?
Yes.
I'm so lost. I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's been months. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Just walking through the fog still. Where am I?
Exactly. Yeah. And so one of the things I actually had to do, Noah, is I had to pretend, and this sounds so crazy, but I had to pretend that I was actually calling myself on California Psychics.
Get out of here.
And there was it's going to sound so crazy, but there was like, I would do the whole spiel, thank you for calling,
there was a phone call inside of your head.
In my head because I had to remove the emotional piece to it.
Oh, yeah.
And sit in the intuitive spot. Like I tell people all the time, like, don't listen to your head. Don't listen to your heart. I'm like, wait, what do you mean don't listen to my heart? So, the heart... You're all up in your feels, your head will sometimes think you're in love, but maybe it's infatuation or whatever the case may be. But like the head will talk your heart out of something, or the heart will get you too all emotional. You won't be able to make a decision. But the gut will never lie to you. So when you can line those three things up, I can't remember what book it's in, but I can't claim this as mine. But they call it the roommate, the little voice in your head. Okay. That talks to you, the roommate that doesn't pay rent. Kick them the hell out. So whenever I'm start doing that shit, I'm like, nope, you're not paying rent. You need to get the hell out.
Yeah, you're not paying rent. That's your term,
right? Yeah. So that's not a Kim original, but it was. I'll have to let you know what book it was in.
I used the windshield.
The Soul Purpose. Maybe.
I used the windshield wiper.
Whoop. Oh, that's a great visual.
I use little Windex.
Yeah.
Whoop. Get out of there. And they just fly off my page or whatever
That's perfect.
Yeah.
And it sounds like, I think for you and I think I can speak for you on this one, like visualization is so important in this kind of awakening.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you can't not have, I think everybody I've talked to in this space at some point has had some visual support in their gift. for sure. Whether it's for them or for other people, whatever it is, you're getting on the grid or in your visual cortex, you can see.
So do you ever do sound healings for the earth, for the grid itself?
I mean, I always play. I was playing the gong. You saw.
I
played the
did.
gong to Arizona. I love playing out in nature. It is so much fun. In fact, this poor gong has been inside way too long.
Yeah.
I've just started to bring it out into the sunlight, and it warms up, and all these tones change, and it's like ethereal. Like I can hit notes that, like I call it the God tone.
That's
Right,
beautiful.
where it's like it fills your head,
Yeah.
and that's all you hear is just this one tone.
That's gorgeous.
I'm like, either it's a portal, or I figured out resonance for whoever is sitting in front of that other thing. You
That's
know?
beautiful.
Yeah, it's fun. So yes, do I play for the earth? Yes, I definitely play for the earth. Not with that intention, but with the intention of just getting the gong outside, getting it warmed up, playing for outside for now, and then at some point I think that practice will actually start to creep in where I'm actually setting an intention playing for the earth. You know.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Healing, we all need it, including Mother Earth, right?
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, she needs a lot of it
She
right
does.
now. Yeah. She's getting beat up all over the place. Sucks.
It does suck. It does suck. She's also, obviously everything evolves, right? So like she no longer can hold. She doesn't want to hold 3D anymore.
Yeah.
Energy. She's evolving into that fifth dimension. I know that's a whole nother rabbit hole. We could really have fun going down,
all
right?
So tell me when this was like 2021 this started kicking off? When did this start kicking off for everybody? When people were like, something is shifting.
So
When did it start?
I don't remember. Like honestly, time is really hard for me right now, especially here in the last probably 10 years.
Yeah.
But I do feel like it had something to do with Mayan calendar. Like we were
Time how?
supposed to
Can you
shift.
explain that a little bit?
Like the year, what day it is today. Like it just it doesn't feel like I feel like time doesn't. Of course, time matters.
Yeah.
But I just am not paying attention to it as specifically like when I used to be in the mortgage business or doing real estate. Like you end up at an appointment, you do this. It's I try not to. Well, it's not that I don't try. Sometimes I'm forgetful, to be quite honest. But
Sure.
I truly do believe that back in the day when the Mayan calendar was, it supposedly it ended, humanity
Right.
was supposed to shift into that fifth dimension at that point.
Okay.
So that is why the calendar abruptly stopped.
What year was that? When year did the Mayan calendar end? It was
2012.
It was September something, wasn't
I
it?
think it was 2012.
Okay, this is an interesting take. I like this a lot.
So, the world's gonna, end, and I truly believe that Mother Gaia said, "All right, we're gonna, or the humanity, unfortunately, we had to go back. We're the 3D, very, mind, right?
Yep.
The 3D, with your eyes, your mind. Our goal as a fifth dimensional being is to come from that heart space.
Yeah.
And so in 2012, we still hadn't learned it.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, all
December.
right. That is
21st of December, 2012 is when the Mayan calendar ended.
it was winter solstice, too.
Was it the winter? That's the winter solstice.
Winter solstice, the 20th or the 21st of December.
21st, yeah.
So that's my take on it. It just makes sense to me. And here we are kind of repeating again. And Mother Gaia's like, all right, listen, I'm shifting. I'm shedding. One of my favorite things this last year was, we were in the year of the snake. Now we're hanging out with the horse, right? So I tell people, you got to let that shit go, right? Like, I know it's not the prettiest visual, especially if you're not a, rep, like snakes and stuff. But the snake never looks over its shoulder to see what it's shed.
Yeah.
It just knows it no longer needs it.
Sheds and goes.
Exactly.
Move forward.
And we haven't been.
Yeah.
And it's time for us to truly shed go. And that, I believe, is what Mother Earth is doing right now. She's saying, enough of this BS.
Yeah.
I've given you since 2012 to get your shit together. And So I feel like she's moving forward, whether, she's going to continue to evolve. And I hope that people will start to step up and evolve with her because...
Yeah. What's your theory on this 144,000 star seeds that have come down? Have you have a theory on that?
Yeah, I think it's 12,000 in each astrology zodiac sign.
Yeah.
It's also very biblical, right?
Yeah.
Christianity, right? Also talks about the 144,000.
There's all these parallels with it, right?
There's so many.
I know.
I think if we were to Google 144,000, we'd probably find it in many different.
Probably.
Should
we ask the AI?
Oh yeah, let's do that.
How many things 144,000 sits in?
Yeah, that would be.
Okay, number 144,000. Not meaning, but how many times does it?
I'm trying to think.
How much is it an impact? Is it like an impact or event? It's like an impact on society.
Yes.
How many times does this exist as an impact?
Throughout the world.
Okay.
Like, maybe something like that, because there could be a spin on somewhere in Egypt around the 144,000, like what their spin is. 3 times in. Okay. Yep.
Book of Revelation.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So.
Where's the AI? God dang it. I don't see it. Where's my Gemini? Come on, Gemini. Let's go. Here we go. Gemini.google.com. Oh my goodness. Gemini.
144,000. Yeah, so there's obviously we have the 12. Okay, I got a quick question.
Go ahead.
I was reading something the other day about our calendar, and like somebody did something on social media and said, I don't have the math perfectly, but it's something like, well, if there's 365 days in the year, and they did this whole entire algebra breakdown.
Yeah.
And technically we're supposed to be
it's everywhere.
13 months in the year.
Yeah.
So that could have also been a little bit of a spoof on us, because we were told it's 12 months, but it's really 13. So 2012, I mean, do you see where I'm going with all this?
I sure
where
do.
It's shoulda, coulda, woulda, but we didn't, because we weren't. It's almost like don't want to get too crazy, but like it could be a little bit of a pre-programming, or we don't really want them to know. that,
let's set them off course.
Exactly. Yes, that's the word I wanted. Kind of
misdirect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can see
especially
that.
spiritually, because once we remember who we are, people need to better. People need to look out, because we are capable of healing ourselves. We are capable.
Once you know thyself, you can do fucking anything.
100%. Could you imagine, like, remember back in the day, maybe dating myself, but the Jetsons?
Yeah.
Yeah. Me, George Jetson.
I love his daughter, Judy.
Judy, Jane, the wife. Okay, so back in the day, so what? They would, have these cool little things, or, what was the one?
Rosie the Robot.
Yes.
Which one?
I'm thinking of the red shirt guy, and they landed somewhere. Not something lost. Anyway, like, or teleporting, or Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Like, we are energy. Like, we can tap into that.
I had a reading where that was evolved in some sort of Star Trek ship in the near future.
Like a mothership.
Something.
Stuff.
I don't know. Listen, I don't know what I'm about to do.
I can see you being Captain's Log.
I'm up there doing a podcast.
What?
I don't know. How fun would that be?
That would be like an anchor on the news getting the landing on the moon and getting it exclusively. Like, that's.
I got to have this table shipped up to the ship. They got to bring it up there.
Oh, that'll just be
set it all up.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. Can you make sure to beam me up on that one too? That sounds pretty cool.
Kim would like to be here too. Get her.
Yeah, can you tag me?
Go
on
pick
that
her
one?
up and park her.
So I once had I have to share this with you. That we're talking about aliens and stuff. I have very vivid dreams, and when I do, I like to journal them.
Yeah.
And so years ago, I had a very vivid dream of these beings that took me to this really, really, really big building. I don't know, 30,000. I can't even imagine 30,000 square feet, if not more than that.
Was it the library?
No, it wasn't the Akashic Records.
Okay.
So it was a building, and all these higher beings were standing next to me, and I was looking through all these windows, and it was, like looking down, kind of like when a surgeon is maybe teaching. The surgery is happening, but everybody is, secure, so there's nothing.
You're observing.
Yeah.
Got
so
it.
I'm looking at all these beings, and they're working on things, and they have white coats on, and they're tall and blue and different colors, and they're beautiful, and they're all just doing their thing. And this higher being says, "You about ready to see this?" I can't remember the exact words, but
sure.
I'm like, "What is going on? Like, what are they working on?" And all of a sudden, he pressed this button, or maybe it was even with his mouth. All I know is that I want you to imagine the biggest eyelid, literally like opening up, and in the center, I saw the most gorgeous gorgeous amethyst geode I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
And I'm like, that's a geode. Like, that's an amethyst. So
From an eyelid? Like this
Like-
eyelid opened up
like-
and a geode showed up?
like it went, like they were all working on the geode, giving it energy,
Okay.
like charging it up, if you will.
Okay.
That's how we travel,
Yeah.
is with crystals.
Oh, yeah.
And it was the biggest,
Look at this big bad boy that I
See?
brought these
yes.
gorgeous things on today just to amplify energy. People don't understand. They're like, what are these, Noah? Woo. And I'm like, just hold one.
Exactly.
Just put it in your hand
Exactly.
until it vibrates. And you're like, what?
And each one does give you a different feel,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
This quartz crystal.
You can tell.
Oh, 100%.
I know I have energy. I can feel it coming through my hand.
Yeah.
Now, keep in mind, I can also feel my heartbeat everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. So my somatic connectivity tissue to my nervous system is really fine-tuned. Like I can feel I can feel my heartbeat at any point in time in any part of my body.
Wow.
If I put my consciousness, if I put my
Yeah.
attention there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can feel it. My finger, my ring finger here.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, your nervous system is incredible. People don't understand how incredible your nervous system is, right, in our bodies, and the upgrades and things that we're going through. Like you're seeing shifts for yourself. I know you're seeing shifts for yourself, like I am. There's things that are evolving. Your skills are changing slightly. Your vision is changing, or whatever, right? These skills are getting handed down. Whatever these upgrades are coming through, either through channels or dreams, DNA, mushrooms.
Oh, yeah. Yep, 100%. Well, and it was interesting because, obviously I was super excited to come here today. So last night when I was pretty wired, so I had to tell myself, Control, Alt, Delete, try to shut down. And I woke up, I actually journaled this today. I could share the journal page, but I woke up at between 1:20 and 1:22 in the morning.
This morning?
Yes.
Okay.
And I kept hearing women in a choir
Okay.
singing,
Okay.
very distant. And I had my bedroom door open, so I was like, okay, is someone outside doing some kind of beautiful chant or ceremonial or something gorgeous? Because
Yeah.
I could hear chimes playing and almost like a gong.
You okay?
And I was like, okay, what is that? So I literally got out of bed, Noah. I'm not kidding you. I walked over to where the window was and I stuck my ear up against the window and I'm like, okay, is somebody doing something in my cul-de-sac?
Yeah, right.
What's going on? This is beautiful.
Yeah.
And as soon as I would get up out of bed, it was like the volume would turn down.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, I'm hearing things. I just came out of some kind of sleepy sleep.
Right.
And maybe I'm sleepwalking at this point. So I get back in bed, get all snuggled up, and all of a sudden I hear it again.
No, it came back. Yeah.
And I'm like, what a and it was all I could hear was female voices.
Okay.
It felt ancient. It felt wise. It's like I wanted to marinate in the tone,
Yeah.
And so I'll get back up and do the same thing, walk down the hallway. I'm like, okay, maybe it's projecting different ways. Maybe it's somebody's doing something on their back porch or, I don't know,
I want to push pause on this just for a second
Yeah.
because I get dreams 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, something super vivid, some about people that I know, some people that I don't know.
Yeah. So crazy.
I know. So is this it's not every night, right, that you dream like this?
No.
But it's nights, several through the week usually, right? Are you up all the time, writing shit down at 1 in the morning or 3?
3:30 this morning,
1:30?
1:30. Yeah. I mean, I've tried to go back to bed, but I did journal an entire page on it. And
Yeah.
it just felt like, the creativity with Marley, higher
Yeah.
beings, the 100, they say biblically 144,000, there's a choir of angels that are supposed to sing.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh my God, is this 144,000 singing to me right now? Because, so I mean, I could go down so many different rabbit holes, right? But I did it 3 times. I got up, went to the window. Second time I got up, went down the hallway. Third time I was like, okay, the best seat in the house for that concert was in my bed. Okay, I was front row right there, even though it was very distant. But
Yeah.
it was really magical because I knew I was coming here today, and I know we had talked about the bulls, and so, people can psychologically or
Place things
and why. Oh,
subconscious.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But there's been
It's listen. You know the voice when the dream is different. It's noticeable. You can tell. It's not just a whimsical, fun dream your brain is having. It's communication. It's something else. It's very noticeable.
It's crazy.
Vivid. Like you said, they're vivid dreams. And when you have them and they're vivid and they wake your ass up.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, what was I supposed to pay attention to?
Well, and that's a sweet spot. You were saying between 3 and 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
You know, that's called the witching hour.
All the time.
Okay. So like that is, you know, that sweet spot, just, you know, you're still asleep, but you're just about ready to wake up and you're right in the middle. That is when they say that your guides will, like, you know, pay attention to symbolisms, paying attention to anything that you wake up and you get real quick. Don't say, oh, I'm going to go back to sleep and I'll write about it later.
Down.
It's gone. Like,
or get your phone, record it, say it, what
exactly.
is, explain it.
Exactly. And that's what I love to do because I don't want to sit there and type it.
So I call these things signposts, right? If you get a message like that and it's important enough it wakes you up, and then later on, usually down the road in life, you're like, oh, that's why I saw this thing, exactly. Right? So these signposts for me, I always show up, I take note of them, I write them down, usually mentally, and then I'm like, okay, when am I going to need this? It could be a year, it could be a month, it could be 10 months, it could be 10 years. You never know.
Yeah,
right? Yeah. And sometimes it plays into multiple parallels of your life along the way.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's wild. Signpost, that's what I use that word. And I got that. I can't claim that for myself either. I got that from The Power of Now, and his name is...
Oh, gosh. How do I not know this one either?
Eckhart Tolle.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And I thought he lived in Boulder, but he doesn't. He doesn't live in Boulder. He has offices in Boulder, but he does not live in Boulder.
Yeah, he's got some good ones.
Yeah.
What
Power
do you
of
think
Now
about,
is one of the best books by
What
far.
do you think about time jumping?
I think it takes a lot of energy. I think it takes so much focus. I mean, you have to have real intention, in my opinion, to figure out, first of all, where you're going to go. Right?
Yeah.
So how do you explore that? Where are you at now? How do you keep track? Right? Are there serial numbers or something in these timelines that we keep track? Right? There's some identifier. We don't know what it is, but there's an identifier there. Right? It's probably some hexadecimal code that's 5,000 characters long.
Yeah.
Right. That we understand internally, but not, our bodies don't understand that. Anyway, I think it's possible, but I think it's extremely hard. And I think it takes tons of energy, lots of focus. I think some people can do it really easily, but I think some people just have they think about it and they just have no idea where to go. You know? What do you think about it?
I think it's fascinating.
Yeah.
There for a while, I was really working on it. So I would go to bed at night and I would set the intentions. Because you were earlier when we started talking, you were talking about how important the words that we speak,
Very
and the things
important.
that we say. So I don't know, this is probably 4 years ago. So about 4 years ago, I remember just saying, okay, you know what? I'm going to go to bed, close my eyes.
Yeah.
From my heart, I intend to wake up in my best possible reality. I intend to wake up in my best possible reality. I intend to wake up in my best possible reality.
Yeah.
Go to sleep, daydreaming of what that best possible reality looks like. This is how we manifest, people. And upon waking, before your coffee, before your feet touch the ground, I am in my best possible
Before
reality.
your eyes open.
Yeah, you can open your eyes.
Sure.
I mean, but
But stay in that.
Stay in that jam right there.
That gamma state or whatever that is, right?
Yeah, and I claim it because people always say, well, how do you manifest and how do you can't just go, I want to win the lottery. You can't just say, oh, I want a new job. You have to feel it. You have to daydream about it. Like, this is what we did when we were little kids. Like, you could be driving on the road and all of a sudden get a flashback of, like, you'll hear a song on the radio and you'll be like, oh, I remember roller skating backwards to this song. And you'll get all excited and you'll have that moment, right, where you get that snippet. That is where that's kind of what you want to do when you're creating your reality, your best reality.
Yeah.
Is think about it, like with the book.
Yeah.
I've been going to bed every single night going, I'm already an author. This is already printed. I can see my office. I can see the books on the back of my shelf. Right now there's 3 of them that are hardback. Yeah. I'm going through them, touching things. Like, that is a true form of manifestation. Like, people have to feel it. Yeah. And it has to be in alignment with your higher self too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because everything, I mean, all of this is empty space, right? Yeah. So, and the double-slit experiment, when we observe reality, it changes, right? Mm-hmm. So you put all those things together with some logic and reason, and probably some practice. I think you probably picked up on a technique that has worked for somebody.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that I have felt some shifts this last year.
Yeah.
Like, in the last 4 months, for sure. Like, whether it's the solar flares or it's just like, whoa, like, this reality doesn't feel like the reality I was in like a year and a half ago. Like, and that doesn't mean that it's about, like, we really choose what we focus on is what shows up. Yeah. Right? So if we're focusing on some of the yucky stuff that's going on in the world right now, that's what's going to show up in our energy field, right? Yeah. So, like I said earlier, you and I are probably in our own little bubble, just kind of tooting around, going, "Oh, life is good," and people are like, "Are you kidding me?" No, it really is. Yeah, because it's about that intention. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, what do you think about multiple consciousnesses? Do you think you have a multiple layer conscious?
I think there's an oversoul. So I think there's like an LLC, if you will.
A DBA.
Yes, and we're doing business as, it's a great way to metaphorically, because we have I believe that when our soul comes down. So my visualization of it is when I tell people, they're like, how can you be talking to my mom if she's supposedly incarnated in my granddaughter, and how can you be making that connection? Because we are multidimensional beings, right? Yeah. And so I say, I want you to imagine your soul as a disco ball. Yeah. And, when it's shining all around, right?
The
And you have
source.
Yes. Yes. And then you have all these beautiful mirrored fractals.
Fuck, I had that yesterday.
See?
I had it yesterday. I was a singularity yesterday. For 10 minutes, I knew exactly where I was in space and time. But for just a brief moment. I didn't sometimes you get these moments, right? Where you'll have this clarity that shows up, and you focus, you give it attention, you observe it, you listen close, and then it fades. Right. You're like, okay, what did I learn? What was the signpost there? Yeah. What did I pick up?
Signpost.
Right. What did I learn? I learned how to observe being a singularity in space and time at one moment. Just a moment.
Just that millisecond.
That's it. Just that's it.
Yeah.
Or whatever that, it was, because it wasn't 10 minutes. It was a couple, maybe.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy because when our soul comes down, what I think is that we are that whole disco ball. Yeah. And then so I'm a firm believer in our souls. Our children choose us as parents for lessons and things like that. We can get all kind of deep there, but I believe that when the child takes its first breath, is when the soul goes into the actual body. Yeah. Is just my philosophy. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Sure. It just makes sense to me. The baby at that point, the child will at that point start to cry, and it's like, so like the soul will follow the mother around until birth. And then once the birthing happens, incoming, right? So when we're incoming, that's when the disco ball goes. And there's fractals of that disco ball in so many different dimensions and so many different realities. So your perfect world, and that may be, your perfect life, that could be right now in this moment. You say, I love my life. I love, my family, my kids. Like, I'm really pretty happy, Kim. Or there is a different life where you're like, getting ready to win the freaking Masters this weekend in Augusta. You're a professional golf player. Yeah. There is a life that exists somewhere in that reality or dimension. It's just
on the layers of time.
Yes.
In a timeline somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. And I have to ask you this question. Do you find that, I don't want to small talk with people anymore? No. I just, this is feeding me so much that it's like, God, I wish I could just sit and talk. This is the meat of life to me. Yes. And I know that not everybody is ready for it. Right. But when you find that person, they definitely become a tribe. Because then when you have these crazy, oh my God, Kim, I just, experienced myself in that moment. You can't just tell anybody that. No. They won't get it. I can't just tell anybody, okay, these higher beings showed me an amethyst and that's the gas money. That's how they travel all throughout the galaxy. Are you kidding me? So you have to be able to reach out to these people and share, because I think we're getting I don't think anybody's wrong or right. I think there's
there's all these perspectives.
Exactly.
They're true.
Absolutely.
For them, for whoever is observing that reality, their perspective is not false or, it is true to them.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Yep.
So just taking that, like in you knowing that multidimensional beings and tying this into what came to me while you were talking about that was quantum computers that are tying in to the multidimension capacity of solving problems.
Okay,
Did you know
so no, and
Yes.
I need to chew that up a little bit. So can you break that? Can you say that again?
Yes. So
But can you give it to me in a couple different pieces?
Quantum physics has a set of rules where you can access dimensions from our reality and access information in that dimension because quantum particles can exist in dimensions at the same time.
Okay.
Okay. So they use the principle, not the double slit experiment, but similar, right? The observable quantum particle here and the observable quantum particle, wherever that exists in whatever dimension they think it exists in, is getting information here and transferring it here. Right? So now you have unlimited quantum particles that you can access information from all these different dimensions to pull information in to solve problems.
See, that's how we're able to you are
how,
definitely the tech.
That's how we do it.
You are that.
Inside.
You are this tech. Yes.
That's how we do it. And that's how we're designing computers to do it too.
It's amazing. It's because think about it, when my dad was with IBM, he was one of the first people to bring out the computer,
The box.
The box computer, right?
Yeah.
Pretty exciting. And one of the things he used to say is he did some consulting, so he did a lot of traveling, and then he spent some time he worked with some governors in different states, and he used to stand up and give these really, really great intellectual, maybe not economics, but just
like
kinda,
a TED Talk kind of thing.
Yeah, what's happening, what's coming up, where do we need to look at? You know, he really believed in focusing on education, and he used to say, can you imagine if we could collapse the time it takes to create knowledge out of information? That's exactly what we did in the 80s with the original computer.
Yeah.
And what we're doing now. He used to
We're
say,
doing
Kim,
it right now.
This is back in 1988, 89, Kim, 80% of the jobs that exist today will not exist in the year 2000.
Yeah.
We can say that exact same thing right now. 80% of jobs that exist today will not exist in the year 2035.
Not in the same. The 2027.
2027 even.
But we're already replacing jobs.
Yes.
Right now. I was talking to founders about AI agents that are building things that are replacing people today.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is we'll put this on the podcast for My Call Cloud and people are like, whatever, conspiracy theorist, you're so far off base. I'm like, no, it's happening right now. People don't even know.
No.
They have no idea.
I don't think they're willing to look at that. And the thing of it is that, yes, we are going to have these, I'm sure we're going to have these robots, even now with medical, you can just get telemed. You can
see my little Tesla bot there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to go see a doctor anymore. You can go on to AI and be like, here are my
symptoms. And you don't even have to do anything, right? You just give them blood work and go, here.
Or they'll just be like, I'll send you a Z-Pack. It sounds like you got, whatever. And that's great.
Isn't that fun?
That's great. So on one hand, it can definitely actually be intimidating and very scary and frightening. But where are we going to put our thoughts? Are we going to put it on the scary part? Because everything has duality.
Right. I mean, if you think about it, and if you think about how we were programmed along the way, television, or the whole thing, Y2K was this huge event that it was a nothing burger.
Yeah.
It was zero.
Yeah.
But they made such a big deal in the newspapers. Everything was going to collapse. The computers weren't they weren't going to know what to do. It would go into 2000 and nothing would happen. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Nobody's ever tested this? Are you guys fucking kidding me? The media was blowing this up, and I'm like, I know the nerds were like, we already set the clock ahead of nothing happened. They just changed the clock on the computer. Nothing happens. Anyway, this is the thing, right? Is that the media hypes up and programs us for these big responses. And sometimes it's nothing.
Yeah.
And most of the time it's nothing.
It's that fear factor.
Yeah. You just create fear. For what? Policy? Projects?
Right.
Contracts? For what? Probably all of those.
Yeah.
Right?
I was talking to a client yesterday. Somebody was telling me that she was saying that her 11-year-old son wants to be a pilot.
Yeah.
And I go, that's awesome. I go, but hopefully he's good in math.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, it's really good. She goes, but you know who knows he's only 11? And then she was talking about how these days, like, the computer has become so sophisticated. AI has become so sophisticated that now if, like, you were to be on an airplane and, God forbid, you know, had a stroke or a heart attack and the pilot could not function, AI would know how to land that.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that's beautiful because somebody's got to be working on the AI piece of it, right? So, like, there are jobs that will eventually be, you know, our children will be like, ooh, I want to be the robot creator for the, you know, how to land an airplane, you know, whatever the case may be. Like, I think there's a lot of beauty in, like, the future. Again, where are you going to put your energy?
Listen, we're in a race to do nothing.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm coining this term. We're in a race to do nothing. We're going to have no work to do. The only thing we're going to have to do is work on ourselves.
I love that. Is everything going to, you know, I at one point thought we were going to go back to the barter system. I really did. Like,
I was talking to my mom. She thinks the dollar is going to collapse. She thinks it's 50-50 that the U.S. dollar is going to. I'm like, Mom, what information are you getting? Where are you getting this information from? And how are you making this decision? She's not. It's just programming, fear.
Yeah.
Just fear.
So you don't think they're going to try to coin it all through, like, digital money? Because, I mean, think about it.
They're
We went from checks to cash to checks.
Yeah, no, it's going to go
checks
digital.
To Visa.
Yeah, it's going to go digital. But I think barter, I don't think that's going to be the case.
Yeah. Well, I got some chickens. You want some eggs? And you know, like,
if I grow some marijuana, can I have some eggs? You know, whatever.
Yeah, however it is. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
There's so many cool rabbit holes to go.
There's just a lot of fear mongering, and I think a lot of people can get stuck on this. Right? AI is fear. Is there jobs going to be taken? Yes. Is it going to be every job? No. Is it going to be all the jobs? No.
Yeah.
Some, yes. Are we going to have to retool people? White collars? Yeah. We are. White collar people are going to have to figure out something else to do. There's literally going to be nothing for me to do in probably 3 years. I'm going to have nothing to do.
You get to work on yourself, Noah.
I'm going to work on myself all day.
I mean, what a beautiful thing, really.
Yeah.
Because here we are so caught in our mind.
That's what we're supposed to be doing here.
Exactly.
You know, working on ourselves. We're just trying to make money and buy shit. For what?
Yep.
For what?
Exactly.
What are you going to do? Take it with you?
Right.
Where are you going to put it? Is it going to be like that buggy that they brought up to the moon for the moon landing?
My God.
Yeah, right. Can't take anything with you here.
Yeah.
Now, I have thought about this. Let me run this by you.
Okay.
All right. So we obviously have multiple lives. We've come back and forth several times, right? Do you think at any point in time, like, you've hidden something for yourself on Earth that you can find?
Like a time capsule?
Like a time capsule or like a bucket of gold, or
I mean,
to like start your next adventure here with a head start.
Why not?
I know that. Where have you hidden stuff though? I've definitely done it for myself. I just don't know where it is.
Well, that's when we need to douse it, right?
Yeah.
We need to get the water, you know, the dowsing. And like, okay, where is it? Where is that? How they do water now.
The water sticks,
right?
yeah.
The water sticks, right?
Yeah.
So. No, I think that makes perfect sense. Like, because when we do come down and we go into whatever, lives we're going into, we forget everything. We have to.
Yeah.
Because if we remembered everything, what's our purpose?
What's the point?
So why are we even coming down?
Yeah.
So we have to remember, but our goal here is to remember who we are. And I think as soon as you are remembering who you are, you're comfortable with who you are.
Yeah.
You're going to wake up one day and you're going to be like, why do I keep seeing a sign that says West Avenue? And why is it in Wisconsin? And then you're going to go there one day and there's going to be a crossroad there and you're going to be like, you're going to hear your guys go, dig. You need to dig, Noah. And you're going to be like, oh my God, and there's going to be this time capsule and you're going to write a letter to yourself and you're going to be like, I did it. Like, what a cool challenge for yourself.
You know that's happened.
Yeah.
So one of us has figured that shit out.
If not, we need to write a story about it. Be a fun, like, movie.
Yeah.
One
of us has figured it out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I just don't know who. Somebody has.
Yeah, I think so.
There's got to be a book. Somebody wrote a book on it, right?
Ooh, we should.
Should we look?
Yeah, I would be really interested.
What would be the question you ask?
Have we ever? Let's see. A book about. I don't know. I want to say like dropping seeds for future life.
Okay.
Something like that. Oh.
Well,
Seeds of the future.
it's time capsules of life. Here, let's move it over to the computer. Sorry.
Seed of the future.
Self-help kids book. That's not it.
Time capsules of life. Maybe look, it even got a 5-star.
Let's see. $48 for a book. That's pretty expensive. What kind of book are they selling, right?
It's got to be some marijuana in there or something.
Maybe
Maybe you pull the page out.
Oh, jeez. Seeds, time capsules, life. Seeds, pollen, fruit. This is just about.
Oh.
Yeah, this is about like growing stuff. I wonder. We'll have to look this up. This is an interesting thing that I think might exist. I think somebody's probably figured out how to do this, left a thing for themselves somewhere when they wake up. They're 5 years old. They write something down. Or like, have you ever looked back at like old shit you've written when you were a kid? Like, did you leave yourself a little hint in there?
You know, I never really like.
Noah,
But
look
note to
here.
self.
I wrote this whole book
You did?
called the Treasure Box.
Please share. Tell me.
I was in 5th grade. I had to do this whole book. My mom has it. I've read it several times. And I often wonder, did I leave myself a little hint in this book that I wrote in 5th grade about a treasure box that's buried somewhere in Wisconsin at a crossroads?
Is it West Avenue Crossroad? Maybe we need to go dig.
I don't know.
Got the treasure box.
I don't know.
See,
But
now I'm going to have to
you
incorporate your story.
You pulled it all up. I didn't even tell you shit about nothing.
I need to incorporate this in a Marley book where he finds the treasure box. I'll dedicate that one to you.
Yeah.
You know, hidden treasures in our life, right? But this is really brilliant question, and it's really God. I think we could sit here and talk for a really long time because you could dissect that book, decode it, literally like
As my 5th grade self.
exactly like a Morse code kind of thing, and be like, okay, I used the word this instead of that, like maybe a tail, Tail, instead of a Tale, you know, whatever, like, and go, okay, well, and literally do an entire flow chart. You know, probably a bad example, but like when, you know, the FBI is getting ready to indict somebody, you know, they got all that stuff up there, like there's no loopholes.
Okay, now take one more step. Now take that book and throw it into AI.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and say, okay, now as a 5th grade self, what hints would I have left myself? And then, because AI is super good at puzzles. It's super good at these puzzles. Yeah, puzzles, riddles, it loves this shit.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so have you done that?
No.
Okay, so we need to do that.
I know. It was just an idea that popped in. So I'll go find this fucking book.
Noah's treasure chest.
I'll take pictures of it. I'll just take pictures of every page, so I don't have to scan anything, and I'll just load it all into AI and say, "Tell me where the treasure box is."
I actually see a drawing on the outside of colored crayons. Did you actually do like a brown box with some gems coming out, or was there some yellow?
It was green or brown. It was, but I did the illustrations with crayon.
Okay, yeah, I see brown crayon and also see like yellow. I don't
I'll
know.
bring it in here. I'll take a picture of it.
I would
and
love
send
to see
you.
it. Yeah, I would love to see it. And I'm really curious as to, and even ask AI that. Okay, what is the hidden code in this 5th grade or in this?
Look for the riddle inside of my writing. Find out where I left myself. Yeah,
It's like hieroglyphics.
it's a bit of a needle in a haystack. Okay.
Yeah.
But like, if there's something that you've done that's a pretty big milestone in school, right? A writing project, whatever it is, you have to be creative. You have to think about your own story, whatever it is, and then your story comes out.
Yeah.
Right. And you have all these, things that come to you when you're young.
Right. Right.
Does the story have a marker? Does it show me right where a fucking box is in Wisconsin?
What's going to be in the box is my question.
What's going to be in there?
Yeah.
What would I have hidden for myself? Notes, information, money? What would it be? All of that?
Wow.
Information for sure, right?
Yeah.
Because you're going to do that for yourself. Hey, I figured out how to do this. This is what you need to do, blah, blah, right, for your future self.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some information, right? I hid something else here. Go look in Missouri.
make sure you reach out to Kimberly Teagan when you get there. You guys can hang out again in that life. Hey,
Yeah.
what's going on? Like, I don't know.
Beam her
It's-
up to the Star Trek so she can do
Yeah.
a podcast with you
Oh my gosh.
or whatever,
That's so awesome.
So it's just a thought that I had at some point, like, because we've been down here hundreds of times. I don't know. How many timelines do you think you've lived here?
It's interesting because I have a dear friend of mine that he's really good at like tapping
timeline.
in and
Is he
letting
really?
people. I want to say 232, but I used to be kind of proud about that. I think I was a little ego, honestly, caught in that going, oh damn, I must be coming down 232 times. That's like now I'm like,
You just
no.
haven't figured your shit out yet.
Thank you. I'm like, okay, but I also don't want to be a super super young soul either. I want that. I want that sweet spot.
No,
in the
having
middle.
experiences,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
yeah,
So I don't know. Do you ever get flashbacks of your past life?
I have.
what
I've got two
have been some of
timelines
them?
that pop in that I'm getting lessons on.
Are you willing to share?
My twin flame partner killed herself in one of them.
Oh, jeez. Oh, gosh.
Left me in Paris by myself.
Oh.
And then the other one is a beach hut somewhere in Bali. I think we just chose not to do our mission. We just did the beach hut.
Wow. Okay.
So 2 timelines, very distinct. That's all I get. 2 big tiles. 1 emotional feeling tile, the Eiffel Tower, right? So I get all that. And then I get the beach hut, emotional, picture, water, sand, tactile. I get all that, right? But, as much as those pictures are 1,000 words, all that other detail is important too. The emotional, right? All those feelings that come with those, the image. So 2 timelines. That's all I get right now. Until I need to learn something else, because those are obviously teaching me things that I need to know here, right? You can choose to stay on mission or not, probably.
Yeah.
And then watch out for your starseed partner.
Oh, geez. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I don't know. I've seen some like Greek, Egyptian life. I had like a really deep, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of like, I'm not good with the times of history, but it's
Sure.
like a very prairie skirt, kind of Wild West-ish.
Okay. You got actually clothes you were wearing.
Yeah.
Really?
So it's really hard. So have you ever had anyone do like a past life regression on you?
Yeah.
Okay, so like when they're closing your eyes, or you're closing your eyes and you're in a nice deep state.
Yeah.
So like for me, my question is going to ask you, let's just pretend I have this magic wand and you're laying here and you're in that nice deep. We played a little sound,
Yeah.
little chimes,
You're in
and you're
gamma or
really
whatever.
in that place. You're actually out here in the ethers, and I'm going to say to you, hey, Noah, I want you to go ahead and find a life
Yeah.
that you want to slide on down, and you're going to see yourself kind of coming down. And then instantly I'm going to say, show me your feet. Well,
Really?
some people are bare feet. Some people will describe the shoe, how big, the color of the skin of the. So it's really, really great because we start from
Yeah.
the ground up.
And you pull the detail out.
And you pull the detail out, so you can tell if you're female, male. Okay, it looks like I'm barefoot. It doesn't look like I'm on dirt. I'm in a dirt inside my home. Okay, are you wearing pants? Are you wearing it's kind of like AI when you give them, little words, but it's not like I'm trying to program them what to say.
Yeah.
All I'm doing is, okay, take me up the body now. Are you tall? What color is your skin? Are you from? That kind of thing.
Wow. Using the observer factor,
Yes.
you can actually go through that.
So what's really cool is that while I'm asking the next question, are you male, female? Okay, in this life, Kim, I'm female. Okay, what do you? Okay, now get to the shoulder. Like, what color is your hair?
Yeah.
Is there's someone standing? Is there anyone in the room with you? Oh my gosh, yes, there is.
What is
okay,
the room?
What
Describe the room.
Describe. So what's great is that while I'm asking these questions, your third eye is taking you there. So you're getting the visual on your end. But I'm hearing the audio on mine from you.
Get out of here.
So together,
merge it together?
we merge it together, right? I'm hearing your responses.
Yeah.
But then when we're done, we
Yeah.
review that because now you're giving me such this beautiful visual
Yeah.
and I'm hearing you speak it. And then I get to because you're kind of you're kind of in that like hypnotic state.
Yeah.
So sometimes you come out and you don't remember, and then the person facilitating
Yeah.
the past life regression will piece it all together, and then you as now the person reading your own, you're like, oh, I don't remember that. Oh my, and you're reading and you're like, this is fascinating. Absolutely fascinating.
And where do those records come from?
Exactly.
The Akashic record.
Have you seen the library yet?
I've once in a dream. I didn't interact, but I know where it is.
Yeah.
I know what it looks like. I know what it feels like. The way I look at the Akashic record and the database, all the records of all the things we've ever done, is sometimes I look at it like, do I have the permission setting to get to that file, to that database, right? So as a nerd, right, I can right? We're interacting on this plane, on this grid, and you have permissions to do certain things, right? Those permissions are on your control panel. Pretend you have a control panel. You have all these little switches, right? You have permission to see things, hear stuff, go to the database, access other people's records, whatever, right?
Yeah.
You get all these different permissions. And then sometimes you don't have permissions, right? Or you don't have access to certain databases you can't see, right? Sometimes I think about it like that because in a nerd perspective, I can really, look at all these computer things and go, that's how I would design it.
Yeah.
What permissions do I have,
Yeah.
right? In my control panel.
Okay, so I got to ask you this question.
Okay.
So we have the Earth, planet Earth,
Yeah.
Akashic records.
Okay.
Have you ever tapped into the galactic
No.
Akashic records?
I haven't gone that far yet.
It can really be like, wow, stop the world. I need to get off. Like I need to pause and really, because it could be very, obviously,
Yeah.
we've been in other places, other forms.
Of course.
Right.
Yeah.
So, there is, can't remember her name, but I can send it to you if you're interested. But she teaches classes on not just the Akashic record,
But the
Earth,
galactic.
and so she will teach you how to be a reader for it.
Yeah.
I think I did it a couple years. I don't really do many of those readings because I can do them, but
Yeah.
they're not like my
It's not a high confidence.
yeah, because
Yeah.
I don't do them enough.
Right.
But when you connect to someone's galactic and you're like, oh my gosh, you're a Pleiadian.
Yeah.
Or you come from, Sirius. And they're just, and you can give them specifics. It's that oversoul we were talking about.
Yeah.
That multi-dimensional consciousness.
Oh, right.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
There's so
Just
many
go
things.
on
Listen,
and
man,
on and
we're
on.
at an hour and 37 minutes.
Oh my
We have
gosh.
probably 12 hours of conversation ahead of us.
Easy.
This would be so easy to do once every week, once every two, whatever you think a cadence would be.
Yeah.
And then once your book is ready, let's read your book. You can read it to me.
I would love that.
And we'll put it on. We'll put it on a podcast, and then we can rip the audio out. You can send it to Audible.
Oh my gosh.
Each chapter.
I have so many questions, but I don't know if we want to record these questions that I have for you.
It's up to you.
I think I want to ask those questions outside the podcast, but
Okay.
I do think it's very magical. I think that people, there's nothing better than someone reading you a book
I know.
at night.
And the person that wrote it.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have the intention and the inflections where you want them.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
The word emphasis where you want them. The cadence.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And what I think is kind of cool, even as an adult, because sometimes I'll accidentally buy it on my Kindle and then, oh, shoot, I already had it on Audible.
Yeah.
And sometimes I don't have time to sit and read as much as I do love.
No, I agree.
But like if I'm on an airplane and I have I'll watch my.
Okay, let's talk about airplanes real quick.
Oh, okay.
Why are airplanes so good for us?
I didn't really know that they were.
They are.
It's because all that recycled air going on.
No.
Because
I think it's some disconnect from whatever is like the EE system in that EE room.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I see where your question is now. Okay,
Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like it's like you get a little bit of freedom from the grid,
Yep.
from whatever is coming at you, and you can kind of like pick what you want to do on an airplane.
Absolutely.
Like, what do I want to work on? Where do I want to put my focus? What do I want to be meditating on? Because planes are so good for that. And I get 2.5, 3 hours. Sometimes I feel like I might bring this fucking plane down. Like, I got to be careful with the energy that I'm pushing around or what I'm working on.
Well, and the thing of it is, now that I understand your question,
Yeah.
that's a really cool way of putting it. But think about it, like when you are on a plane, they say, in case of an emergency,
Yeah.
and oxygen does not flow, please place it over your first
Yeah.
before you assist another.
That's right.
I would like to respond to this. The reason why planes are so good for us is because they are forcing us to be with ourselves.
Yeah, that's right.
And taking care of ourselves, number one, because if that little yellow thing falls,
Yeah.
it doesn't say put it on the person sitting next to you.
Yeah.
It's teaching us we have to do it first. We have to help ourselves before we help anybody.
That's a really good analogy.
Yeah.
You have to help yourself first before you can help anybody else.
Absolutely. Even your children, if you're flying with children, and you have to put that oxygen mask on first. Instantly we as parents go, oh gosh. But if we do that and all of a sudden
now you're past that.
Exactly. So I don't know. I guess that would be my answer on that.
Yeah. I love
That's a
planes.
cool question.
I just love them so much. I love to grab 2.5 to 10 milligrams of THC edibles, pop those in, go on the plane. And then there's some level of focus that I can really achieve there that is like really clear, audible instructions, downloads, channeling, whatever. All of that I can do on planes.
Wow.
Really much easier than I can do here.
Yeah. Yeah.
On the ground.
Is your own little pod, in your own little spot.
You're in your own little spot. Airplanes.
That's pretty cool.
I know. It is cool. It is cool.
See, I would probably get really chatty.
Yeah.
And, well, it just depends, right?
Do you chat on airplanes a lot? Sometimes.
It depends.
Whoever's
It
sitting
depends.
next to you.
Yeah, if I'm like, oh, this is going to be a long flight, maybe I don't want to. Or maybe at the very end I'll be chatty. But if it's a quick little flight to, let's say, San Francisco or San Jose, and I'm like, have a little glass of wine, I'm like, oh, where you going? Where you? Oh, I'm going to go see. Da-da-da.
Now, you're going to
That's
go
fine.
to Florida a bunch. Where are you going in Florida? Tampa?
So, yes.
Tampa.
That's for, like, my day job.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would love to share that with you later.
We're going to do that later.
We'll do that later on. Super exciting. But
Now, how often you go down there? Once a month? Twice a month?
Not yet. The goal is like unless the owner of the company comes here, because he really loves Denver.
Yeah.
So next month, I think he's coming here.
Okay.
And so in June, I'll be going out there. Or July, I'll be going out there. So he's pretty easy going.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I like it there.
You get some
I don't know,
frequent
it's gonna
flyer
be
miles.
super hot.
Tampa's great. I love Tampa.
Yeah.
Yeah. We actually moved there during COVID. We moved to Siesta Key. We lived there from July and August. Nobody goes outside during, the middle of the day, which is fine. You go inside, you have your lunch, you have your siesta, you watch a movie or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you go for sunset. And it was
beautiful.
so good. Like our routine there, our rinse and repeat routine was so good.
That sounds good.
Nobody was there. Everybody was scared as hell.
Oh, I'm sure.
Nobody was on the beach. It was empty. And I was like, this is so good.
Yes, that sounds. Maybe you need to go take a vacation.
Sure.
You're like, okay, twist my arm, Kim.
Okay, listen, I just got back from Page, Arizona. I'm always someplace, right?
Where's the most magical place that you have? Now, that doesn't mean that it has to be magical for the whole world. Like, where is Noah's most magical place you've been thus far? That you would say, wow, like I just felt like I was in that whole different timeline or different reality.
There in Mexico, in Tulum, I was in a cenote. Cenote are those underwater lime, incredible. Those things are incredible. And the way I felt, the way my body felt when I got out of that infused limestone water was awesome. And then I also did a sweat lodge ceremony there where I had to let my spirit animal out, do the whole thing. Right. And that was pretty magical. That whole trip was magical. What is the most magical place though for me? Like where would I go?
Yeah. Or, like just the experience, or where would you go? Whichever one.
Oh man.
Like what's on your
St. Vincent in the Grenadines. There's in the Caribbean for me. There's some place I've been to multiple lifetimes and I've lived there. And I know this because I connect with this place so deeply with the people, with the environment, with the geography. Like I know this place.
So maybe that's your treasure box, my friend. Maybe you just got a little
I tried to get
seat
there. I tried. Yeah. They had other plans for me this time. They were like, you're not going to Bali. Relax.
Bali, I have been to Bali.
Yeah.
I will tell you, it was one of the most magical places. I want to go back again and again and again. Yeah. And honestly, one of the reasons why I wanted to go there in the first place was Eat, Pray, Love.
Yeah.
The movie.
Oh, yeah.
This is a pretty magical story, though, I will tell you. With who was the actress? Julia Roberts, right? So she is an author. are you familiar with this story?
I've seen this.
Okay, yeah, no. So she goes through this divorce, and then her husband takes all of her money, and she's like, her editor is like, you know what, you need to just get the hell out of here and go freshen up. So obviously she goes to Italy, eats her way through her heartache, and then pray. She goes to India and learns how to be in the ashram, right? And then she goes to Bali and finds love, right?
Yeah.
Well, do you remember Katut? He was like the medicine man that read for her and told her, "Oh, you're going to lose everything." And he was the guy that said, "We'll see you later, alligator."
Yeah.
The very first time we went to Bali, I met him.
Get out of here!
He gave me a reading.
No way.
Yes, I have his picture on my phone. It was that's why Bali to me is just.
It's
I want to do
serendipitous?
I want to do Costa Rica too, but I had a blessing on the beach. These, it was, I was all in white, they pour rice water and rose petals, and
What a cool ceremony.
It was beautiful, but he ended up, he did pass away, I think 7 years ago.
Oh, jeez.
But I have his reading somewhere on my computer.
Yeah.
I recorded it.
Yeah.
And he did say, "See you later, alligator."
Can you pull him up anytime? Can you talk to him?
I haven't tried.
You haven't tried? Okay.
No, but that's a great.
Can you? I mean, sometimes I can. Sometimes I can pull up people and talk to.
Oh, yes, yes. Sometimes they
pass,
just show up
usually.
and I'm like, "Wait, who are you? And
What are you doing?
What's
here?
Yeah,
What am I here? What are you here for?
Yeah, yeah. So that was, I wish I could go back and redo that experience.
Yeah.
Because we went to his compound.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we went to his compound.
What would you redo about it?
The experience of everything. Karma Beach, the people, the prayer. So, they'll, anything that falls from the tree, they find a way to recycle it somehow. So, their religion, I think it's primarily Muslim there. We went to a Buddhist temple there off of
In Costa Rica?
Cliff. No, in Bali.
Oh, in Bali. Okay.
And we had to hike up and then to look down just to see the ocean, and then this beautiful red rocks kind of acoustic looking thing.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it was just incredible. But you are walking downtown. I can't remember where we actually were. That's stuff I don't always remember.
Yeah.
Good. I just remember the moments and where I was. I don't remember what street I was on. Sure.
Yeah. Of course.
So.
Do you record everything?
And hand to paper is my best, because when I hand to paper, it will trigger something.
Okay. So I record everything. Bad and good. And I tell people this. I record all of the good and all of the bad. So I can pull it up usually most of the time.
Yeah. And sometimes it's not so good. I don't want to remember
Yeah.
that.
Oh, I don't want to remember that.
Yeah. Can we erase it?
Yeah. Can we not? Can we put a no permission on the database record?
Yeah. Maybe you could tuck that in. I bet you if we set intentions,
I bet
say,
you,
you know what?
I can figure out what the command is to do that. I bet you there's I know that I've worked on that grid. I've worked on our grid before as a technician a million years ago or whatever it was. Right? I know how the grid works. I could probably figure out there's got to be a book on this too. Some one of us has got to figure it out, what command structures are for us to do these things. Turn off database record access. Right?
Lock a file folder.
Some people have figured it out. Some people have figured out how to turn on database access to things that they can get to. Right? Or that training for the Galactic Akashic Record.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
There's an intention or a flip. There's a switch somewhere that gets turned on. Right? And a lot of this is woo, but it doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
It can be intention, turn this on 3 times, repeat that, get that message out to the administrator, whatever, that group, that team that runs the whole grid.
Yeah.
Which is tons of people, tons of entities, right?
Absolutely.
It just doesn't run itself.
Galactic Federation.
Whatever is running the grid is lots of entities running that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they've had experience. I'm sure there's training for it. I'm sure there's there's a reason why I'm really good at computers.
I could see, I just got a flashback with you when you were doing that. I could see you very general or sergeant or
whatever.
Just very up there, making things to happen in the best possible way. I'm not, trying to be by all means. But I got that quick flash where you were running the ship, running the show.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah,
that was pretty crazy.
It's like a team, right? It's a gigantic team of fucking entities that run this grid that we connect to.
So it's so interesting too. For a split second, I did get agricultural farming really
Really?
quickly. So I don't know if you come from.
Well, I mean, Wisconsin.
Okay.
A lot of farm there.
Did your family have one?
No, I bet it's just
was
surrounded.
around your house. Okay,
I was
surrounded by it.
farmland. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because it's like I'm seeing. Yeah, that was a split second thing. For
It's
me, for you.
interesting. You saw farmland.
Yeah, yeah. So, it could just be the metaphor of, it's like growing crops. You
Yeah.
are literally like growing the crops for the earth or the grid. You're doing the grid work. See, that's the thing sometimes with when I get messages is that sometimes
I
it's,
can see it.
yeah, it's metaphoric sometimes and sometimes it's literal.
Sure.
But as long as it resonates with you, that's all that I don't have to figure it out, right? Like as long as you know, and you
Yeah.
may say, Kim, nope, that doesn't, and then you're like, oh,
Or it could be a signpost that'll,
Yeah.
make sense later, tomorrow,
Yeah.
next week, next year,
yes.
whenever.
Those aha moments were like, I figured it out. It
I
took me
know.
3 years to figure that one out.
All right, Kim, we're at an hour 50.
Oh my gosh.
Do you want to end it?
We
That breeze through. That was so easy.
That was so fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should end it.
Okay.
Only because I have to go to the restroom because
Yes.
coffee.
Yes.
Otherwise, surprise sit here and talk. But
We're going to do this again
this
for sure.
This is just going to open up so many topics.
I know.
I
I do.
don't think we're going to know how to stop.
I don't think we'll have to.
Yeah.
It's fine. We'll just run it until the timeline says we're done running it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Noah, thank you so much for
Thanks,
having me.
Kim.
Like
Kimberly.
this was you are incredible.
Get out of here.
No, you really are.
Thank
You
you.
got a beautiful setup. You're easy to talk to. You're intellectually stimulating, spiritually stimulating. This is good stuff.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, Kim.
Okay.
See you next time.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.